Morning, folks. I'm still getting set up here, so just sit here and enjoy this CFTC government required risk disclaimer and disclosure statement. Because you know what? It's 100% applies to me. I am not a professional, so don't follow what I do. I'm just purely trying to teach some of the things I've learned. That's it. Anyway, catch up with you here in a few minutes. I'm going to check out and get some stuff done. Alright, I'm back. So let's get this going. So you can see here I got a daily chart, and I got a 1 minute chart, and I'll use all kinds of chart levels in between. So let's get started here. I'm going to focus on the daily. I learned from ICT and through my own experience, stuff that I saw. Daily reactions are very nice. You can make a living off of just trading daily reactions. So let's take a look at the daily chart. I'll probably sound a little dry, I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm just getting new at this. So bear with me. I've got a lot of charisma. It's probably not going to show right this minute because I'm really brand new to this whole creator thing on YouTube. So just bear with me on that and kick back and we'll have fun here. And I'm not going to talk all the time either. Just so you know. Alright, like I was saying, we're going to focus on the daily stuff because that's where the bigger reactions come from. So let's just kind of walk over this daily chart and get some stuff outlined. So what do you notice here? One of the things I notice is this is an all-time high. We need to mark that because I don't have that marked out on the chart. I'm just going to use the little horizontal ray. Ding. And that is an important one. I like to use, on my daily charts, I like to use solid lines, because when you see them on the lower time frame, that way you know that those are daily and you don't have to think about it a lot. So that's the reason I do that with my highs and lows. So a little bit of a quandary here because I want to show this all-time high because it's going to be important. I also want to outline this previous day. This is Monday's candle because it's an outside day and it took out that high and just all kinds of stuff. So I want to outline that also. So it's going to be a little messy, but this is what we're going to have to do. So let's go into here. Let's lock it to start with, make sure we don't lose it. And let's go to settings. And bear with me, like I said, I'm going to be slow at this stuff. Just because I'm not used to doing it live. Hey, you may hear my pit bull, Hank, in the background. He's a big baby. Yeah, that's another thing too. And this one, you're going to hear all kinds of background noises, different things like that. It's not going to be some smooth, laid-back production from KX10Z. No, there's going to be real life going on here. So hopefully that fits for you. If not, unfortunately, then I might not be the creator for you. Alright, marking out that all-time high. Okay. I'm going to leave that one 3 picks. I'm going to be able to separate it a little bit. I usually go for 3 picks on most things, but on the daily I use a bigger thickness. But I'm going to change up this a little bit because I want to mark out this buy side, this liquidity, and this liquidity here, which ICT refers to buy side liquidity and sell side liquidity. I may even have that backwards. Pretty bad because I was a paid mentorship student of his. I was in his last class, and that's what I call him anyway. No disrespect to ICT, I have the utmost respect for him. Okay, let's mark those out. You know, I do think I have them backwards. Anyway, I'm just going to mark them, just the highs and the lows. So there. And I'm going to take this one down to, yeah, I'm going to take it down to 1 peg because so I'm going to just mark this as the PDH, another one of ICT's terms, previous daily high. Okay, got that. And I'm just going to clone it. I'm going to drag it down here. Here's change the color to a blue. Change some of the line here. Go this to the same color, blue. And there we go. It's not a high, it's a low. So there we go on that. And I always try to lock these things because I always knock them out of place. If I don't, I end up grabbing something else and be jamming. So looking at this, we have the wick. Now this was an ICT teaches this. Hey, you know what? You should go over and see him because you can get for free what I pay for, and it's just an awesome thing that he's giving back to the community like that. So yeah, go check out ICT Inner Circle Trader and do his 2020. I would recommend starting with the 2024 mentorship. The reason being is that I don't know, I picked up a lot from that, even though I actually went through his paid mentorship. It's really starting to click for me now. So, okay, back to the subject. This is on here. We put this on there yesterday. If you look at yesterday's video, this is on here to show the wick and so the reactions at the wick from the day before that. And as you can see, it's hard to tell from here. So let's see if there's anything else we need to outline this daily. I'm not going to get it too busy. I think we have what we need. You know, we've got the previous daily high, the previous daily low, and I've also got this wick that I've done a Fibonacci on, simply, you know, a premium. It's the premium. Here's the equilibrium, and here's the discount, and I call this a mid. I think, you know, and I'm sorry, ITD, if you ever look at this, I don't mean to butcher your stuff, buddy. Mid threshold of it. So that's it for the daily chart. That's all we're gonna put on there for a minute. Not a lot of stuff, huh? Pretty straightforward. Let's see if we can get some trading on it. Kind of a comment that I do want to make, though. See what we've got here is a good old inside day going. Inside day. Now, studied things a lot in the past. Something's gonna move out of here. Unfortunately, usually my experience with the inside days, it's gonna chop you around. You're gonna get chopped around in there. It's actually Robin the Black statement. He taught the strat, and I just liked it. What he said. He said, "Man, you're gonna get chopped up in there." So, and that's true. It's a little tougher to trade inside of a inside day. So really, what we're looking for is to take out this area, You know, obviously we want to go for the previous daily high or the previous daily low. We'd love to see some action there. Then, you know, other things will come into play. But honestly, we're going to be trading a little neutral today. I mean, I have no idea where it's going to go. Of course, that's just what it is, you know. So we're going to stick with that. Neutral today because I don't know, and this may be a very boring day. Kind of on those notes, you know, trading honestly is not supposed to be exciting stuff. I chased the thrills and stuff for years and years and years, and I don't have it mastered yet. I still sometimes chase the thrills. I can say that unequivocally that is not the answer, though. You want to, you know, I keep hearing statements that trading should be boring, these are from the pros, you know. And now I'm starting to understand it slowly, but I'm embarrassed to say it's taken, let's see, almost 30 years to finally grasp that concept and just actually slow down and let things happen and actually believe that the market's going to be there tomorrow. I don't have to trade today. Yeah, just the instant gratification, the emotions. It's just, wow, this is just a big old ball of wax to unfold. I had to get a sip of coffee there. So anyway, I'm not going to go into all that, lay all that on you today. Let's get back to this, but I will talk about it because I think it's really important. And over time, if you come hang out with me, we'll talk about some of that stuff during the day, especially when nothing's going on. Alright, so we got our daily chart. Wave on it, so we're pretty much done with that. Now, one of the things I want to do is go back to both charts here. There we go. And I want to make sure I sync this stuff in my other layout. So I know there's probably a quick way to do this. Let me try it. Let's try it. Try this and see. Oh, that works. Oh, look at this. Syncing layout. That work? Oh, look at that. It does. Alright. So pretty much the daily I can get rid of now. It's, unless something pops off we need to take a look at. I've got everything transcribed over here to my lower time frame chart. So we're going to switch over there real quick. This one. You can tell this is a 1 minute chart. This is my primary trading time frame that I use. Just kind of looking at it. I want to see what's transpired amongst the stuff that counts. Alright, as you can see, here's our, just kind of conglomerated together here. So hey, there's my alarm to get going. Alright, that's the 9:20 alarm. It's gonna tell me 10 minutes till go time. Actually, I'm not too concerned about go time. That's another thing that I've learned. I'm not gonna trade before probably 10 o'clock, even later. So you'll see that over time too. We don't have to get in any hurries. We don't have no worries, especially when the market opens, because there's a lot of stuff going on. Alright, so anyway, let's go back to this. Let's just look at some of the results of this previous daily high. Once it was taken out over here. For this. QM pattern, back in, back to it there, boom. That's a nice little profit. Came down here, worked around, went back up here. Well, it was nice. It was a nice move away from there. 353. Yeah, so that's the AM session this morning. So that moved away from there nicely. So let's kind of look at that a little bit, that reaction during London. $353. Okay. So I'm going to kind of look at the dealing ranges put in since then. So what we're going to look at is a line from right there. And these are just like steady lines. I got my other lines in the other side. Okay, let's see here. That's 3:53 a.m. And that dealing range goes from 3:53 to that low. 527. Alright. So I'll make this color for the overnight and change the color on it so it stands out, not too much though. Yeah, I guess that works. Here. Right there. Okay, the reason I'm doing this is I want to see the dealing range that happened during London. I'm looking at how price reacted. I want to really check out why this reaction we had down here. What was there anything daily related to that, or was there anything at all related to that? Let me get a little drawing diagram over here. Huh. If I can find it. Geometric shapes. That's what I want. I want a geometric shape. I want a circle. Alright. So what I'm trying to do is focus in on from basically I'm looking at here to here to here. That's my two areas of focus. There to there. I'm gonna crank these, mouse these a little bit. Settings, because I don't want to see them on all the minutes. Matter of fact, I don't want to see these any higher than 6 minutes. So let's do the same thing up here. I just try to keep my charts as clear-free as possible, especially when I go up to higher time frames on this chart. Alright, so we're going to go to settings. Dun, 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 dun. Oh yeah, we're getting closer to the market open in 5 minutes. 6. Okay. So that's the range I'm interested in. So let's hop up to a 6-minute chart. There's a lot going on there. Oof. But that is what it is. Okay, let's see here. Here's our dealing range. You can see that's part of a dealing range. It's a much larger dealing range. But we're going to look at this one to start with. I am going to mark out 9:30 to 11. I'm gonna have to go back down to 1 minute to do that. Let's go back over here. I could mark out my daily time when I'm officially started, or actually when the market officially starts, and when it ends. I'm gonna clone that. I'm gonna unlock it, and we're gonna take it over here. Alright, we're gonna lock that back. I might have to scroll a bit more. Oh, I know. Market's getting ready to start. Normally this would be a panic session for me, and I'd be like all dialed in. I'd have the 1 minute chart, or I'd have the 5-second chart going. You can see it's still on my up here. 5 second. Yep. I actually look at that. I used to just stare at it. Not anymore. Over here, and we're gonna clone it. Unlock it, and we're going to mark out our 11 o'clock. Okay, kind of a word on that. You know, I schedule trading from, I come in and start looking at the market somewhere around 9, between 9 and 9:30. Sometimes it's 9:30, sometimes people later, then I'm not usually trading that day. But anyway, so I look at the markets then, and I'm gone at 11 o'clock. Like I said, I do work full-time in the aviation industry, the aircraft maintenance side of it. So I got my full-time employment. It's just fine that it works better for me for trading altogether. Being employed full-time, it just works for my psychology. Another big part of the game we'll get into, but so it just works for me, so I'll be here from 9 to 11 is what I post up. The reality is sometimes I'll be here at 9, sometimes I'll be here at 9:15, 9:20, 9:30, and at 11 o'clock I'm calling it quits. So, if I get a trade set up between 9:30 and 11, actually it's more like 9:45 to 9:50 to 11. It's a real small window, and sometimes you can capture moves, sometimes you can't. But I've just found that it works best for me to narrow in on that specific time of day. Why? Because it's a real high volatility. All the stuff that you hear from everybody, it's a time that to be agile, but it's also a time to be in the market if you're on the right side of it. Now I know ICT wouldn't recommend any new folks to do that, and I don't either. Like I said, I've been doing this a minute, well, several minutes, but anyway, you need to stick with something probably outside of those times, because it's really violent, volatile, all those things rolled up in one. But that's what, get here, come here and take a look at what I'm doing. And you'll see that, man, I don't get it right. As a matter of fact, I don't get it right more times than I do get it right. Oh, there's the bell. There we go. 9:30 open. Here we go. Everybody, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? Hey, here now. What are we going to do? Notice I got it kind of zoomed out, too, with this 1 minute chart. Another thing that I do, just want to get a bigger perspective. When you're down this 1 minute chart, it's hard to see, and a lot of times I'll have the daily chart, or I'll have the 2 pane going up, but I like to watch the open like this. I was looking at the calendar earlier for news. I didn't see anything that was major, so not really worried about that. So that's a good thing. Get a trade set up. Now, there's a lot of stuff going on in my charts here, and I really should take that stuff off there when I'm just trying to get into the basics. But they've got dealing ranges there that are termed Goldbach levels, and actually this was by Hypothetical. Well, I'm butchering his name. It's Hoppy to me. I first met him in the ICT forum, and just was really impressed with the amount of work he done on ICT's studyings, and always did want to learn more from him. And fortunately, he came out with a way to do that. And these are his. He calls them Goldbach levels. They're based on the power of 3. And you did probably have to check him out. You can check him out on Twitter. I'll try to get his handle for you. Maybe we'll pull it up here later. Anyway, he had studied. He'd been with ICT from way I understand it from the very beginning, as far as a student. So he was able, ICT, I guess, set up certain things for like a treasure hunt. At least that's the way Hoppy took it. And he went digging. So he came up with this whole dealing range concept, and I use it now. Now I will quantify this. ICT says that his stuff has absolutely nothing, I mean 0, to do with Goldbach. And you know what? I believe him when he says that. That's fine. I use it because it gives me some framework that otherwise I don't see. Just the ability to see the dealing ranges and stuff. I'm still, even at this late date of trading, seeing that stuff in real time is really hard to do. So what Hoppy's Goldbach levels do is give me that vision. So anyway, I won't rattle about it. That's what that is. The color on the candles. Okay, so that might be a question that comes up. Color on the candles has to do with time, and ICT always said certain things happen at time and price. It took me a long time, literally, to try to wrap my head around that. And anyway, so that's what the coloring of the candles are. That's a time representative of what's going on. So I use that in a combination with Hoppy's Goldbach levels to give me an edge on entries and exits. Like I said, I'll go into this stuff later on, and like I said, I probably shouldn't even have it on the chart because I'm trying to start real basic here, but it's on there. So yeah, just don't be overwhelmed by all that stuff. Like I said, it's easier to focus on some smaller things first. And what do we got here? So let's just kind of zoom in a little bit and see what's happened so far this morning. All right. So what have we done? Curiosity's killing me down here. Let's actually go out to let's look at a 6 minute and see what we got. Okay. And here, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to pull some of this stuff away because I'm really want you to see. Let's get rid of that. Alright, and let's take off. Take off that. Let's just make it like this. Okay, that's a little less cluttered. Alright, So let's look at this 6 minute and figure it out what was going on here while we're watching this morning gyrations. Because this was really interesting to me. What did we have going on here? What caused this move to happen right here? Well, what do we got? So there's the fair value wick, the discount of the fair value wick that we drew out on the daily. You've got a reaction there. It almost looks like through the tick. Oh my gosh. What was that low? That low was 21,098.25. Wow. That is to the tick. That's wow. Just amazing. Okay, so then looking at this, we get come in here. Like I said, I don't want to bump the charts up, but you got coming out of this, I would consider this whole section an order block here, and this would be, let's see, propulsion out of it. I mean, it does go up and break here. More block, almost kind of breaker combo. I don't know. I'm probably slaughtering some ICT stuff. I don't mean it at all. It's not that I don't have the knowledge. It's just, to be honest with you, the names I'm not too concerned with. I understand the concept fully. So, okay, so what did we do? We came out of here and we left. What did we go there? I'm just going to call it fair value gap. You know, there's other terms that are out there, but you know what? I'm just going to keep it simple. Go from here to here, and we're going to stretch that out over here. We're going to see what happened there. Alright, cool. Looks very interesting. Let's do that. And then I've already got a template made up that's fair value gap. Okay, right there, and then it disappeared. Yeah, I know why. Let's see here. Let's go to down to 1 minute. And I know why it disappeared, because I got that on a 1 minute chart thing. You see that right there? Isn't that pretty cool? Because we're in that fair value gap. Takes a bunch, and boom, launches out of it. Clears the mid threshold. Comes back, pulls the mid threshold. Up, down. Just rock and roll all the way up. Alright, I'm going to leave that other stuff off the chart right now. Yeah. Be less confusing around here. Just make it real simple. Black and white candles. Yeah. Oh, and this was the new week opening gap up here. So we're trading into it. What time we got? 9:39. Alright, so trying to get serious, I guess. Okay, this is serious. I try to have fun. And go there. Alright, so what do we got? I do need to turn the settings here. I kind of want to see that up to a 6 minute. Okay, and then I'm going to go up to a 6 minute. Get that overview again. Okay, so where do you think we're going? Well, to me, the obvious answer is up. That's what we've been doing. We've been going straight up. If you look at, I mean, let's just do this. Let's do this. And let's look at this. Alright. As you can see, we've been going straight up. So, biases would go or things like that, I would say I am definitely thinking it's going up. So there we go. I'll go on the record officially. I think it's going up. Now, also quantitate that saying that today is probably not a trading day for me. Just the way it is. You know, I'd love to get on here and say boom, boom, bam. There you go. That's how you do it. It's easy. Well, I gotta be honest with you. It's not that easy. That's just the true facts of what's going on. So let's see. We're gonna go back there and I'm focusing a little bit. I'm getting a little yappy. So I'm going to focus a little bit here just to kind of see, because we're kind of at the time frame now, 9:45. I like 9:45 to 10. Let's see now. So with my long bias, let's see. Let's look at it in that context. So say that I want to see it go up. So what's happened? Did we take that high? Yeah, we barely did. So we barely swept this high right here. So let's just do, look at that. That is just, man, barely swept it, which is, I like it. Now I want to see it come back down into here. Actually, go back down into, there's an inefficiency. Not a lot. There's not a lot of inefficiencies there. So actually, woof. And that's a balanced price range, as ICT would say. Wow. I'm going to want to take some lows. I swept these highs here. Let's get this kind of outlined. There, like that. Boy, it just barely got that. That's good though. Now what I'm actually focusing on, I'm going to go down to lower time frame, because I'm going to look for inefficiencies that once we take out some of these lows. So let's go back to the 1 minute. Okay. Alright. I really would like to see it go down to here. That would be awesomeness. Let's see here. That would be awesome. That would be awesome. Alright, sorry. I'm just gonna zoning in here on my own. This would be awesome. We may not get that. And now I want to look at how much risk is possibly below there and look for other inefficiencies. Obviously, this is, it shouldn't go back to here in my opinion. If it does, it's not as strong. If we get the trade here, so you know what, you just got to put on risk. I mean, that's the way trading works. I don't have a crystal ball. So if we get down here, I'm going to put on risk. If not, it's going to be a day that you're going to say, I really wasted my time watching this guy. Now I want to look at my risk. So let's see, I'm going from the top of this here. I'm looking at going, woof, wow. 20 points. Yeah. Let's see, I'm trading the micros. Yeah, that falls within my, I'm just using a basic thing that, this one actually got from ICT2. I think it's one of his son's models. Just 8160 with a trail stop that I'll trail up. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go with this. So right here, so first off, we got to go to the trading panel. Didn't do this yet. So let's see, I'm not interested in the leap, but I am going to go in here. And I'm going to the paper trading. There we go. And the account stands at, no, that's the wrong account. You can see yesterday, the weekly count, you want to reset it. And then yesterday, that's what we did. So you see today we don't have any orders. And let's see here. Oh, let's make sure we got this up here. Okay, so now we know it's, ready to go. And we're live on the market, not trying to do any replay stuff. I'm not trying to get anything out of you guys. That's the truth. I just want to share what has been blessed upon me. So some will believe that, some not, but I don't have anything to sell. I'm giving it all away, just like ICT. So now there's some partner stuff that, stuff that I use that's not free, but that's up to you. That's a decision on your end. So anyway, let me quit chattering here, make sure I got my panel here. I do. So we're set there. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put on a limit order. Our market of touched order actually right there. You know what? I'm going to see what this looks like. Wow. I'd hate to miss it just because of that. Let's go here. Right click. Trade. Oh no, there it is. There we go. Oh, and I use these stupid numbers, this 10 numbers. Hey, that's just ridiculous. And this is the full size. I actually trade the friggin' mini. I'm gonna change that because it's just ridiculous. It's not anywhere near what you would do by any management. That's like thrilling to see type stuff, but I should be trading the mini on this. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna switch over to that here later this week or right next week instead of the big one. The big one just gives you misunderstandings and ideas in your head, and it's just ridiculous to trade this thing. Yeah, I'm going to be making some noises in the background. I drink coffee to get me going in the morning. Oh, I'll stretch, I'll creak, you'll hear background noise. Once again, that's all part of the AlphaVelo experience. So, anyway, it's real. I'm real. Speaking of real, we need to buy this. Here, we're going to buy it at a limit. I'm going to buy it actually market of touched. So, put that there. Let's see. Orders. Take profit. Let's see here. Let's go into this thing. Huh. Actually, I'm going to look and see how to do this. Yeah, I get that. Oh, by 11, 10. Alright, so I should be able to. Yeah. We're going to go down to 3. That's still unrealistic with this freaking thing, but we're going to go down to 3. Edit project order. Oh, there we go. That's what I wanted. Yeah, I think I got a reset there for 8160. Oh, so there it is. 8160. Alright, so let's see what this looks like. Yeah, that's in range. That works. So there we go. We're gonna make 80, 160 by limit. Well, instead of being a limit, I'm gonna be a stop. And we're gonna go. Let's see here. 21, 163. Zero. There we go. 21. Let's see here. Dun, 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 dun. 60. Let's go to 164. Odd. Yeah, those look good. I'll actually have to end up moving up the take profit, but it's just a good place to start. Alright, so there's a buy stop. Can't do that. I want to buy a limit. $21.60, $21.64. I'm gonna go with a limit. To be honest with you, I'm not sure how. 21,164. There we go. To be honest with you, I'm not sure. Actually, I've got orders and I'm at the platform I trade on and market have touched. I use that a lot. So I don't know exactly how this other one's going to work in trading view. So I'm going to go with this one here. Let's see, ask. Doesn't matter what that is. Is that there? Yes, 3. Alright. Weekend forward. Oh, that's going to be a day. Diamond force. Let's save this one. $160. 80 by 160. That's what I'm going to call this one. Save it. Alright. And then I'm going to buy it. Got the limit order in, as you can see there. And where's the market? There it is. Alright, so we're live and you can see the limit order in there. You can see it all. Okay, now the boring part. Sit back and wait and see if it gets hit. I actually got to go get me another cup of coffee, and I'm going to be back here in just a few minutes, so I'll just leave this up and you can check this out. I'll be back here in a few minutes. All right, all right, all right. So, what do we got here? We got 10 o'clock. We should see something happen here, obviously, within the next, by 10:15, 10:30 at the latest. We have our order sitting in place. That's the one we're going to trade today. I'm going to move this out of the way now. So that is our setup, and that is our trade. And that'll be the only trade I take today, if it actually comes down there where I can buy it, or where it's... Actually, I don't have to do anything. I just have to sit back, hang out with you guys. See what did I want to do here. No, I think that's it. We got it in there. We know what we want. Our limit's in there. Our job is done. So I'll put this over here so you can get an idea what time it is. You know, it was a minute ahead of time. So 10:12 has always been an interesting time. Well, not always. Actually, that found that out over the last year probably. Just an interesting time. The market. ICT says he could trade without a chart, just time. You know, and I believe it. So that's where all these crazy colors are in these candles. That's what I'm studying now. As I develop it out, I'll share it with you. Like I said, I'm not here to sell you anything. That's the truth. I'm just here to share some knowledge I have. I am not a professional. Do not take any of these, as you saw from the warning earlier. CFTC, I really don't want those guys coming at me because this isn't trading advice. This is not trading advice. It's just, you know, how I do things, and I just want to use it for educational purposes only. And sometimes it's a little easier to do that in an environment like this. It's live and people get engaged with it. You know, I understand that. And hey, you know, just this isn't trading advice, and don't be following these trades. You know, because this, like I said, you see it. I got it in place. I'm letting it roll. If it blows right through it, right to the stop, that's what happens. You know, it's either going to hit this one, if we can get in, that's where we're getting in that price. You won't see me adjusting it. You won't see me moving it around, chasing it. I used to do all that stuff. So that's our price that we're going to get in at, and that's my stop loss. And the profit target, okay, we're going to try to crank that up some. If it starts moving in our direction, we get to move up the stop loss. We get to trail it up a little bit. I'll run that up a little higher, and we're going to take off partials as we go. So anyway, that's enough chatter for me right now. I'm going to sit here, and we're going to sit back, and I'm actually going to mute it out so you don't have to hear all this background stuff, and we're going to sit here and watch it hopefully come down to our price and give us an opportunity to trade. If not, this might be it for the day. But we're here till 11, so sit back, relax, and you know, when I get live on this, it'll be awesome because I'll be able to sit and talk with you guys in the stream, the chat stream. So I'm really looking forward to that. So anyway, for now, I'm gonna mute and just kick back and watch this price and have some coffee. All right, all right. I'm back with you. Looks like we're gonna possibly take out a low here, so I want to talk about that. So we take out these series of lows that will, like I said, my confidence levels were going back up. So if we can get those lows into where we're wanting to buy it without running right slam through our stop, then we're going to be in a trade. It may be, because honestly, if it goes below where my stop is, I don't want to be in it. Not to say it won't be a good trade from there on. It could be, but I really feel like the strong trade would be within that range. Excuse me. So that's what we're doing. We're going to sit here and watch, but basically what I'm paying attention to is obviously these lows here. That one's huge. And then I think if it takes this one out, it's going to create some momentum to kind of almost shotgun through these whole level of lows. And my hope is that it actually shoots down pretty quickly into where our buy limit is. Hopefully we can fill it on a buy limit. But so that's my thought process. I hope that the way it does work out. So we're just going to leave it right here and watch it and see. Just like giving you a little commentary on what I was hoping to see here. What I expect to see is them to really get aggressive on these, taking out these lows and taking those people that got in early, did well, maybe got in down here, kind of scare them out, and then really take it back towards the direction that I believe is the direction he wants to go, which is back up. But we got to shake some people out, get some more money in here. So that's what I'm looking at. And you notice the time. 10:06. This shows the next minute when it's coming up. It's obviously 10:08 now, and then this will be 10:09. So it shows it. So look for 10:12. Watch that one. I'll probably pop back on here if we get some action there. For now, I'm gonna mute it so I can drink my coffee and stuff. All right, back in it with you in a bit. Back at you for a second. So you notice too that, and I don't want to get into too much stuff, but this is the new week opening gap. So this is when the week started. You know, um, ICT once again one of his concepts. So he outlines these on the chart, and you notice that it did come back up in here and work around that new week opening gap. So he went up here, down, and then back up into this. That is, what fair value gap. All this stuff is kind of balanced. So then it came back out of it, as you see now. And the other thing I wanted to note is the key time. So 10:30. I mean, man, when I started in the 90s, I would watch 10:30 like a hawk. So to me, it's a key time. So we'll see what happens once it gets to that time, and see if it's going to pull back and shoot down here. Like I said, I'd like to see it be pretty aggressive, kind of scare people out. That's really what I'm looking for, is an aggressive down move into our actual limit. And hopefully, it does that, and we get filled, and we get to see if we can get a winner today. So that's about it. Just wanted to give you a little update on it. And like I said, I'm trying to keep one other thing I forgot about. So this was the daily. You remember this? Let's go back over here. Let's look at the daily chart. Okay, go here, and let's zoom in on the daily. Oh yeah, you'll hear that too. People coming in, phone calls, different things like that. So anyway, zooming in on the daily chart. So let's try to really zoom in here. This was that wick that I was telling you about. And then once again, this is all ICT stuff as far as the wicks and things go. So from this high, the premium, the equilibrium, and the discount. So like I said, we're still trading in this thing here. So I'm hopeful that it comes down and takes our stop and to just blow through it. But very well could, because as I said, we've got an outside bar, we're on an inside day, we can get chopped up in this place. So we're going to sit here and watch it. Just wanted to cover that stuff. I'm going to go back off the mic here, and I'll pick it back up if it runs down and hits our stop, or I have something else to say. Otherwise, just sit back, relax, and enjoy the piece. back with you for the 10:30. So I'm not going to talk this whole time. I just want you to pay attention to the price action and see if we get some movement. I expected it this time, so we'll see if that happens. We'll see if we comes back down to our limit to buy, and we're going to be here at 11 o'clock. So that is the story, and I know this seems boring, but you need to get used to that, because honestly, I chased the adrenaline of trading forever. I would say up until it's been all the way up into the past year even. That's a long time to chase adrenaline. And I figured out, finally, it's soaking into my brain that is not the way you can actually make money, because I've had yo-yos. Hey man, I made good money. I've lost money. I've had poor risk management when I started. Lose more than I make, up and down, up and down. The old funded accounts, I've blown them and reset them and in the same day. Man, I've done it all. So I was addicted to the adrenaline of the trading, and the biggest leaps I've made thus far has been when I've been able to, for the most part, not always, it helps a lot doing this the way I do it, set up the trade, and that's it, and trade from 9 to 11. That's all things that I put in place actually for the psychology side of this trading for me. So it's helped a lot with that. It's helped immensely. I'm actually relaxed. I used to be uptight, constantly wound up when I was trying to get in a trade, and do I get in here, do I get in there? It's constantly changing the charts. That's what they do, and I think that's part of the algorithm's game in this market, is to try to work fear and greed as much as possible to get you sucked into the market and mesmerized by its movement, and the fear of missing out. FOMO. That's a whole day's worth of talks for me about FOMO. That's the one really that I've struggled with forever. Still have it there. Like I said, that's why I keep implementing things that take that out of it. Like right now, I'm totally relaxed, and normally I'd be wound up. I'd be like, I gotta be in that trade. The bottom line is I don't have to be in that trade. I got my price. If it comes back there, great. If it comes back there, blows to it and hits my stop, great. If it comes back there, goes up, and we make some profit, great. The outcome doesn't matter. I've set a level which I am willing to put on risk, and I've got the trade outlined, and that's what's going to play out. And if it hits 11 o'clock, you're going to see me. I'm going to shut all this down, because really, trading for me is fun. It is my hobby. It's what I do for, I enjoy it. I enjoy the game. I enjoy the game of getting engaged with what I consider to be the smartest people on the planet, and then be able to get in there and compete. I have this competitive nature about me. I've always had it, and I just really enjoy getting in here and competing. So that was actually kind of a double-edged sword, obviously, because being that competitive, I felt like I had to be in the market. I had to be in there, man. I was missing out, totally missing out. And I've learned to realize that the only thing I was missing out on was a loss, more than likely. And that taking this approach, I enjoy trading now. I mean, it's not that I didn't enjoy trading before, it's just it was so, pulse pounding. And that's gone now, because I'm not worried about it either way. Like I said, I still work full time, and that's just for me psychologically. I traded full time for a little while, but I just couldn't do it. My head wasn't in the right place, to be honest, because of my fear of missing out. My FOMO was so great that, and when I was trading full time, it was like, oh my gosh, I got to make this. I got to make this dollar to pay this and pay that, and that just does not work for me. So I'm very happy with working full time. I have a schedule that allows me to come in and trade for this 2-hour window between 9 o'clock in the morning to 11. Actually won't put a trade on usually before 10 o'clock. So I'm actually only trading like an hour a day. It works. And you say, well, man, I can't trade during this time. I understand that, and I'll do some night trading because honestly, the volume's out there and things like that. But I was profitable with that with the same approach, the approach of here's my price. If it comes back to it, I get it, and I either win or lose, and that's the probabilities, and that's what we go with. So if there's some interest in that, leave a comment, and I don't mind doing that. It's not going to be often. I might be able to do that once a week, trade some evenings with you on a day that I'm off. But I'm only going to spend same way. I don't even know if I'll spend 2 hours doing that, but I'll try to do that. If there's enough folks that are interested in it, I'll spend from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. or 8 p.m. to 11 p.m. or et cetera, and I can go all the way up until the latest I want to get off the clock is would be 1:30, 2 a.m. because I got a sleep schedule now, and I want to maintain it. Like I said, I do work nights, so that's kind of a normal go to bed time. So if you guys are interested in that at all, hey, cool, man. Just leave me some feedback on the video, and I'll if I got enough interest, I'll do some evening stuff. So that's what I was saying. You can do this at the evenings. I just like this time of day because it works for my schedule, and it's also a really volatile time of day. So it gives you opportunities for wins or losses. But yeah, so this is just laid back, and we're going to sit here and we're going to watch this. I'm going to quit rattling now. We're just going to kick back and you guys relax with me. I'm sitting here having a cup of coffee. Oh, and it's good too. I'm not a morning person, so it gets me going. So I'm going to quit rattling now. You guys sit back, hang out with me. If it comes down to where we make our entry, I'll get back on here. Otherwise, your practice is going to be smooth sailing on out till 11 o'clock when I'm going to shut it down. All right. Catch you in a bit. Back with you. I'm back with you. So it looks like today we're not going to get anything. As I was talking about at the beginning of the day, we have this inside bar and we get chopped up in here. That's a saying. Robin the Black, he's passed on, but that's a saying I learned from him, and the strategy. Another one that's a really good strategy. So anyway, we're getting chopped up in here, and at 11 o'clock, I'm calling it quits. So unless it dives down there and gets our buy limit like right now, that's it for the day. That's the one thing that was the hardest. It's still hard, even though I'm doing it. It's just being patient. The fear of missing out is just so real in this trading stuff. We see everybody posting their Lamborghinis and Ferraris and Rolexes and going to the Caymans and hanging out for vacation, and we all want that. And we have a microwave mentality. In other words, we want it now. We're not waiting for it. What's the point in waiting and everything else? I think we've lost something there from generation to generation. I'm Gen X, so I'm older, and baby boomers were my parents. So patience is something we have to learn. Bottom line, we got this thing's gonna have to do this by 11 o'clock, or I'm shutting her down for the day. Patience, discipline, things that your parents possibly talked to you about, and you ignored it with a blind eye like I did. I was the king of instant gratification. I mean, it was just a matter of, boom, why haven't I got it yet? So patience is a big thing. Learn it and you will do well. You'll do extremely well, much better than me in this trading. If you've got the makeup to be able to contain that person inside of you that just wants that instant gratification. Maybe you don't have that, and man, my hats are off to you, because you'll be a great trader. I've had to work really hard all of these years to try to figure out ways to work around that instant gratification need, that a dopamine hit, as they say, and just now, man, after all these years, this is what's working for me. So I'm hoping that's the reason I'm here sharing it. Maybe some out there, maybe you guys are excellent traders, boom, and rock it, and you don't need this information. That's awesome, man. That's awesome. I appreciate you stopping by. For the folks who were like me, which I think there's a lot of people, I'd say most people, not all of them, but most people are in that position where they're just amped up for making it big overnight, like me, like I've been for all these years. So trust me, when I say that, I think it's over time. If you come back and hang out with me, you'll see that this approach does work well for the folks that were like me. Wow, you know what that means, right? That's like my that was loud. That's like my "we're done trading for the day" alarm. So basically, I'm gonna wrap it up. It might go down their limit before I get finished, but that's fine. If that doesn't, fine. So if we don't get a trade, that's awesome. That means that kind of the assessment was right. We're going to get chopped up in here, and then it's just saved us from getting chopped up. That's the way I look at it. I know that's a hard way to look at it, and it's tough. It was tough for me. So hopefully you've already overcame that, and you're much further ahead than I am. But here's what we did. We had a plan. We put the plan into play a long time ago. And if it comes back and it hits within our window, then we'll trade. If not, then we don't, and we're okay with that. You know, I mean, that's the thing that you have to know, that I'm perfectly okay with being able to shut this down. It's not going to get a trade, and I'm okay with that. All right, that's it for the day. I'm going to shut it down, and I'll be back tomorrow between 9 to 11 a.m. and hopefully I'll be able to go live with the YouTube. Been on YouTube a long time, but I've never produced content. So with YouTube, you got to wait like 24 hours, I think it is, before you can go live. So I'm really looking forward to that, being able to chat with folks other than just feel like I'm talking to myself. All right, you guys have a great day, and go out there and do something else. Get away from the screens. We'll catch up with you tomorrow if you can make it, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see you.